Hey, howdy ho everyone, it's Vix. Today we are finally delivering on that promise of the review of the new LMG and the new assault rifle. I do have the C58. I do not have leveled up very much, but from just trying to level it up, I will tell you it's not very good unless you're using it in hardcore, because as we know in hardcore every gun has a chance. But I think it's just the mix of low magazine size and the fire rate. It does have decent damage, but the fire rate just doesn't allow it to compete very well with other guns. But the MG82 does do very well in multiplayer, at least. I haven't tried it an awful lot in Warzone, but it definitely wasn't terrible. But for the new assault rifle, still haven't tried that with, Warzone, but it's still not that good in multiplayer, like I said. So I'm not sure how well it'll be in Warzone, but when I come out with the full review of the new assault rifle, then I will let you know if it is any good or not. But anyways, let's just get straight into it. Alrighty, so here we have the C58 and we have the MG82, and since I did put it into a custom match, I do have all the attachments at my disposal. So just for a quick display of how good these guns can be in a multiplayer situation, I will go into a multiplayer game, but I just want to showcase, just have a quick little showcase of the weapons. And I will say I do really enjoy the way this assault rifle looks, but as you can see, high damage, but when you have other players with all their custom guns and reaction times, all things like that, it can't really hold up as well as it may seem with the damage output, but just that fire rate really takes a toll on how well the gun actually performs in a multiplayer game. And like I said, I have not tried it in Warzone, but if you do want a gun to take out this season that is really good in Warzone, definitely unlock the nail gun, because that thing is pretty overpowered. I will not lie to you. But yes, this thing does seem definitely a lot better when it's going against bots, because they don't have all the best weaponry and or reaction times and skill as actual players you would find in a match would have. But as you can see, the guns, they definitely do work well. They're not terrible, but they're not amazingly great either. The assault rifle is just kind of a basic AR, just moderate recoil, somewhat decent fire rate, and a good damage output. And the LMG can actually be a little bit more of an SMG at times, believe it or not, because this thing can get very good hip fire accuracy, and the fire rate is pretty good on it as well. You can definitely build this thing to be decently quick, but I just kind of throw attachments on that look to be decently good for the performance of the gun, just for this short display of just how the guns work and how they look. But like I said, like, they're decent. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about them. They're definitely decently balanced. They're not overpowered in any sort of form for the most part, you know. It's just ends up on the skill of the player you're fighting and your skill as an individual. But I really can't say much bad about it. But I think we should take this into a multiplayer match without all the good attachments and see how well they do. Right, into a match of multiplayer. If I can find someone, I will display. Yeah, as you can see, as what I was talking about earlier. Not 100% sure if it gets better when you get more attachments like most guns, but it really doesn't hold up to other weapons at any sort of range, but especially long range, just because of that slow fire rate and everything else. But the LMG, it just basically has the same hip fire with every laser, surprisingly low recoil for the very quick fire rate, and it's just extremely mobile, which you wouldn't expect from an LMG, and it does hold up a lot better than the assault rifle. As you can tell, it basically melts people about instantly, and like I said, I haven't really used either of these weapons very much in Warzone, but I know the MG82 here, it can definitely put out some damage, but I would have to try it out a little bit more, and once I get the full review out on the C58, this assault rifle right here, I will let you guys know after testing it out in Warzone, let you know if the assault rifle and the LMG are any decent in Warzone, because I know more people care about Warzone than actual Cold War itself, which can be understandable at times. Warzone can be fun, and this game can be not so fun sometimes. But I would kind of hope that they have the assault rifle a little bit different in Warzone, just for the fact of it really doesn't seem like it'll be able to do anything to anyone at how it's really played out in multiplayer, because to be honest, it is really not good, but it's extremely good in hardcore. But then again, most guns are, just because of the damage, fire rate, and as you can see, it doesn't have much ammo in the magazine, but when it's basically a one-shot in hardcore, because of how good the damage is, it's basically like a DMR almost. It's pretty good in hardcore, we'll say that. So if you want to level it up or just use it, I would recommend using it in hardcore, because as you can see, it doesn't really have a very good time to kill, considering that Cold War has a very slow time to kill. It still is very slow for Cold War standards. I don't have much bad to say about how it overall looks and feels, but it just doesn't do much damage, and maybe if the fire rate could be boosted, maybe it would be able to hold up in a fight. But for now, it's not that good in multiplayer. just because of that fire rate, you can't stand up with any other gun basically, unless you get them down to 2 bullets and they haven't even looked at your direction. But the LMG, I really don't have much bad to say about it. I would recommend unlocking these guns via Battle Pass just as soon as possible, just so you really don't have to worry about it. Even if you're not going to use it, it's still a good thing to go ahead and unlock, because any gun can be usable, and if you want a challenge or just really something to do and level up, I would still recommend unlocking any guns out of the Battle Pass, no matter good or bad, just because, you know, you get out the Battle Pass, you don't have to worry about getting them later, or just having to get the new guns and unlock the old ones at the same time. Really enjoy the LMG more than the assault rifle. As you can see, the LMG is quite a lot better than the assault rifle. Really has a pretty quick TDK, I would say, but it's fun to use and a decent choice. Alright, hello everyone. I know that was a bit of a long video, probably a pretty boring video. I realize I repeated myself an awful lot, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. I hope it would be helpful to persuade you to unlock these weapons, or if you want to level them up, you know. I just hope this kind of helped you. This is just an outro here. The game I am playing in the background is Assetto Corsa. If you want me to make a video on this game, it is extremely fun, and I will be willing to make a video on Assetto Corsa. But anyways, I'll see all of you in the next one. Peace.